Welcome to Healthy School Home Connection Part 4, Who All Educates? My name is Bolanle Ambunije. Thank you for your attention as we delve deeper into the definition, concept, and purpose of education. The goal for this video is to expand our understanding of education so we can make the homeschool partnership productive and enjoyable for everyone involved: parents, students, staff, classmates, and their families. Now, a question. Why do we send our children to school? When I ask this question, parents usually answer something like to learn or to get an education, which brings us to the purpose of this video. As a community, we are unclear about who all educates. We tend to associate education with schools, but the reality is schools are just one of this society's educational institutions. There are actually 5 institutions in society that educate all of us. They are, in random order: schools, where you might be looking at this video right now; religious, spiritual, cultural institutions; your church, mosque, synagogue, temple, and cultural practices like the holidays we celebrate, the way we dress, even eating certain foods. There's the media: television, internet, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, radio, magazines, movies, etc. How we entertain and inform ourselves. There's home and family, which is you for your children and me for mine. And finally, there's the community at large, which refers to just about everything else in a person's day: friendships, teams, clubs, barber or beauty shop, hanging out, and how we spend unstructured time. As we can see, there are 4 other places education takes place, but they are not all created equal. One of the 5 has all the power. One of them is in charge of and responsible for any child's exposure to the other 4. Can you guess which one it is? What did you say? Home and family? You are correct. The home and family, meaning us parents, are in charge of and responsible for our child's exposure to the other 4 institutions. You don't believe me? That's cool. I'm going to prove it. Who picks the church, mosque, synagogue, temple, and decides which cultural practices in which the household participates? Us, the parents. How do we know this? Because we parents can embrace a different belief system and culture for our family if we don't like the one we're currently practicing. Our children don't have a say in it. They go wherever we go. Who picks the school the child attends? Us, the parents. How do we know? Because we parents can decide to change schools whenever we want. Who decides what entertainment the child sees? Us, the parents. We parents pay for, provide, and otherwise expose our child to whatever media we want. We parents decide whether or not to provide smartphones, tablets, computers, internet access, TV, and whether or not to limit or monitor their access when our child is in our presence. Last but not least, who decides our child's activities and how much unsupervised, unstructured time our child spends inside and outside the home? We parents. Nowadays, we often throw up our hands. Oh, the media's got too much power in our children's lives. The gangs have corrupted our youth. But when we look at the way the 5 educating institutions actually interact and who's really in charge, our excuses melt away. Our families are already engaged in 4 other education relationships before our children are old enough to be enrolled in school. They are the home relationship, the home and religious, cultural, or spiritual relationship, the home media relationship, and the home community at large relationship. These relationships teach a child how to view and treat themselves, how to view and treat the rest of the world, including their parents, their siblings, extended family, people who are more fortunate and less fortunate, people in different roles in the community, neighbors, firefighters, grocery store cashiers, police, teachers. These relationships teach children what to believe, what is important, what is not important, what success is, etc. All this gets taught before the child is of school age. reason for making this video is so we parents can see our children are already getting their education long before they enroll in school. And we parents are the ones directing it. We are teaching our children how to view and treat themselves and how to view and treat the rest of society based on how we treat them and how we treat other people, and what we allow our children to see, who we allow them to be with, the attitudes and habits we display in their presence, and the attitudes and habits we allow to grow in them, even how we spend our time and money. Our children learn how to view and treat school based on how we view and treat school. All that gets taught before they are old enough to get to school. This concludes part 4. Before we continue to the next lesson, the school-home relationship, please complete the following affirmation of understanding to confirm your knowledge of what you've just learned. Remember, you must score 80 or above to advance to the next lesson.